Hey, do you guys ever just sit and wonder where you can get the nicest, succulent, delicious piece of cornbread that you have ever had in your life? Well, you came to the right place. Welcome to Kobe's Kitchen. Alright, so first we're gonna go over all the dry ingredients to make this delicious cornbread. We're gonna need 2 eggs, a cup of milk, a tablespoon of baking powder. We're gonna need a tablespoon of salt, half a cup of sugar, a cup of all-purpose baking flour, some cornmeal, and a half a cup of brown sugar. Now we're gonna start off by taking our stick of butter and we're gonna put this in the microwave because this needs to be melted. And I'm gonna put that on, let's say 1 minute, and then we're gonna check that halfway through. And so we can come over here and put all of our dry ingredients together. So we'll do our half a cup of sugar, our cup of flour, our half a cup of brown sugar. This is dark. Preferably, you're gonna want to use a light brown sugar for this application, and then your cup of cornmeal. You're gonna, can't forget your baking powder. You need that. So you're gonna want to come in here. You're gonna get this all broke up. You're gonna want to mix this until it's all homogeneous. And you're gonna have these big little lumps of brown sugar. Just try to get those broke down as best as you can. If not, it's okay. You'll have some nice little pockets of sweetness in the cornbread. You hear me? Alright. Now that we got our butter all beautifully melted down, I'm gonna keep going with this here. Make sure it's all mixed up. Yes, sir. I'll tell you, we got some boiling action going on in the dishwasher. Getting me hot. So next thing we're gonna want to do, we're gonna turn our pan on. This is a cast iron skillet. You don't need nothing this big. This looks like a 4-inch wall. You don't need nothing this thick. All right, but this is what we got on deck. So we're gonna turn this on and get this thing nice and sizzling. So when we put the mixture in, this is already kind of preheated. Now we're gonna take a stick of butter and we're gonna use, this is just a regular kind of butter you can use. You're gonna use this to baste the pan once it gets, now this gotta get hot. Don't need to be super like boiling. So over here, there, I done forgot the salt. Don't forget the salt. Alright, that's all mixed in. So over here, we're gonna crack 2 eggs. So 1, and then 2. No shells, people. No shells. And let me get another one. So we're gonna mix these eggs up. This is kind of big. We can make it work. Mix these eggs up. Like so. And we're gonna mix this in with our cup of milk. Oh, look at them getting eggy. Salmonella is real. And once that's done, we're just gonna use this whisk here. We're gonna mix this up. I always do this. You're gonna, nope, actually gonna keep this as more than a cup. So we're gonna mix this up. It's the egg, 2 eggs and the milk. I'm gonna pour this butter in here as well. This will be our wet mixture. Just make sure you start whisking this up. With this whisk, I like to put my hands and mix it like this. I don't have one of them fancy gadget hand mixer, but we can make it work. Alright, so now your pan, I can feel it's getting hot. You want to turn this off. And know if I went over this, but you definitely want to have your oven preheated to 400 degrees. That's my fault. So now we're gonna mix in our wet mixture with our dry, like so. Now here's a little trick, you know, the deliciousness. You can put a tablespoon of honey in there, and that will give it a little bit more sweetness. Now, if you don't like too much sugar or sweetness, you don't have to add this. You can actually do without the half a cup of brown sugar or the regular granulated sugar. That's all the honey you need. You could just scoop that off. Look at that. I can taste it already. Lovely. So we're gonna mix this up. Now, if it starts getting a little funky with your mix, you can always use a rubber spatula to flip it. In my case, I think I have enough room in here to be able to just use this whisk. So with the rubber spatula, you can scrape the sides, make sure we get everything down in there. That's perfection, y'all. Yes, sir. Check some brown sugar up in there. Alright, so we're gonna come over here to our pan and we're gonna coat the inside of the pan. Should be melting nice and easy since we had the pan on. The pan ain't as hot as I would like. So, just gonna get that all coated. You're gonna wanna butter this thing up all the way up the side, especially if it's this thick. All right, look at that. Easy money. Yes. Not too much now. You ain't trying to clog an artery. Now, since that's done, we'll set this to the side, clean that up later, and we're going to pour this in. The way it is. Should make you just want to smack your horse home. Yes. So now this right here, you can taste it. It's delicious. You definitely eat this. Be careful because you got uncooked eggs. Salmonella is real. So once this is done and set like this, we're gonna put this right into the oven. I have to wait a few minutes because I forgot to turn the oven on, but as soon as the oven is ready, I'll be back with you guys to get this in. We'll go over the whole process of how to cook it. So, all right, the oven is now ready for us to put this cornbread in. So simply, this has been sitting for 5 minutes. So we're gonna put that in, and we're gonna leave that sitting there for 20 to 25 minutes. Ideally, you want that cornbread to come out. You stick a toothpick in it, and the toothpick come out clean. We don't have any toothpicks. I usually just use a knife. You stick the knife in there, and it comes out clean, and it feels firm. And that's pretty much it. And also, this thing will be jiggling around in there. We don't want it to be jiggling when you pull it out. So when this is done, we'll get back to it, and I'll go over how to put the nice buttering base on top, and that'll basically be it. All right, now that it's been approximately 20 to 25 minutes, it's gonna go by how you appear. You know, we had some spillage from Thanksgiving that we gotta clean the bottom, but this is what we looking like. Don't mind the top. I didn't have any toothpicks, like I said, so I used the knife, and I kind of messed the top up. So we're gonna take a stick of butter and just gonna go around on it while it's hot, softly. And get this nice and basted. Let's get that butter to melt in there. I'm gonna do this a few times. Don't go too hard, it'll melt on its own. Just wanna make sure you get a nice, you see that cast iron pot is nice and hot still. You do not want to touch that. That will not like a skin graft. Yeah, look at that. And I tell you, my mouth is watering right now as we speak. So you just want to do this as much as you want. You know, after this weekend, this is which was Thanksgiving. We trying to cut back on some of the carbs, but you know, you can also melt some of this butter down and just sprinkle it on like that. But I figured this would be better since there's like 5 gaping holes in the middle of my cornbread from me, of course. So yeah, and that's it. Now, yeah, so like you're gonna want to let this sit for, so look at that, I done messed it up. You're gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes so it can cool down, and you'll be able to flip it up and cut it up and serve it to however you want. We will be yeah, and then so once this cools down, we'll be back again to flip it over so we can get it cut. All right. So now that is done and cooled down, I'm gonna take a plate and I'm gonna put the plate over top. I do this because my pan is too thick to cut and get a piece out properly. So we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that this doesn't break in the process. It's time for me to season my pan. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna take another plate right here, and then we're gonna flip this, and voila. And there we go. I think it looks pretty darn good, except a little blemish on top, but that's all good in the hood, baby. So we're gonna put that right there. Hey, look, we're gonna cut this puppy. I'm gonna see how it looks. I don't know where all my knives went. We're gonna cut this and see how it looks. All right, let's get it. Definitely did not cut this evenly, but it's all right. Look at that. Listen, folks, this is pure perfection. You know what I mean? Next time, if you guys just try it, make sure you use a toothpick, right? We brushing our teeth to check this, just so everything stays full in there. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. All right, hey, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. There'll be a lot more videos coming up. So yeah, I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch me. Thank you. Yeah.